Well, there is nothing quite like the national anthem on grand final day, and especially at the home of football here in Tasmania, the North Hobart Football Oval. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the U17.5A1 Sandy Bay Blue v North Hobart. It is Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood in the Peter Sharp commentary tower, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Chelsea Thomas and Claire Ransom. Girls, welcome aboard to today's coverage of the grand final.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Oh, and it's great to see your beaming smiles, and we were just talking a few minutes ago about the heart-stopping game that you were involved in yesterday, Claire, and you just fell agonisingly short by 1 point in your senior game.
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, that's our season over, but I'm really proud of the girls for the way we've played this year and everything we've achieved.
So tell me a little bit, Chelsea, about your journey in football.
Well, I've played for 4 years now, yeah. I started with Claire, went through, won 3 premierships in the juniors.
Yes.
So going into seniors, went into seniors this year, and unlucky loss yesterday by 1 point. It was a bit of a stinger. So keen to see the girls go out and play Sandy Bay, as we've been through all the 3 years, basically played them. So
yeah, terrific. So Claire, a lot of these girls you were saying before have been playing up in senior company as well. So tell me, you are a youthful team / club, so do you train a lot together?
We try and encourage all our junior girls to get as much exposure to our senior program as possible, so that we can keep them coming through, keep our juniors in the club and make our seniors stronger.
Well, that sounds like a smart strategy. And the other thing, I suppose, if they fit in, then they'll know what sort of game style and game sense is playing. So as we look towards what has happened throughout the season, it is Sandy Bay have had a stellar season with played 12, 11 wins, 1 loss. North Hobart 6 and 6, finishing in second position. But there is, Claire, a wily old coach named Jimmy Ransom. Now, you've got a bit of intel there. How is the confidence from Super Coach Ransom?
He just wants the girls to play the football he knows they can play. He's got a pretty good game plan, and I reckon the girls are going to execute it pretty well today. Well,
that's very good intel. Of course, the coach for Sandy Bay is Elizabeth Johnson. She is an experienced coach in her own right, and she has really got the Sandy Bells humming. So, Chelsea, there's normally always a pretty good competition between these two clubs.
a lot of rivalry between each of us. So.
All right, so the game is underway. The first bounce in the under-17A division. It is close contest, you can see, trying to struggle their way out. Well played. I think that was Cooper, the skipper there for the Bay, who finished with that ball. Umpire Walker will come in and throw that one aloft. Nice attempt. Then under was Madison Lamb for North Hobart. It spills towards Dreesen. Ball is free now. Trying to work their way forward. You can see here with a lovely chain of handballs. There's a really strong tackle. I'm interested to hear your thoughts, Claire. It's always a frenetic pace, isn't it, at the start of any game, but especially in a grand final.
Yeah, at the start of a grand final, there's a lot of nerves. Everyone's pretty excited to get out there. Hopefully they can calm down and just play the brand of footy they need to play. Very
much so. So you can see here, North Hobart, a few questions are being asked of their defensive line as it goes deep into the Sandy Bay offensive area. They tried to come back around, share the ball, go back around, and they snap towards the goal. And inadvertently, that one has just gone off the line. That was Olivia McHugh who just snapped that one over. I always think, Chelsea, you can't win the game in the first quarter, but you can lose it. So you just need to settle and just sort of get your way into the game, take a few knocks, and then you understand that you are in a game, aren't you?
Definitely.
Okay, so the ball comes back in again. Here are the Bay, free-flowing. Try to pick that ball up. They go one way, then the other. Nice play by Halliday. Goes close towards the boundary line. And what about playing on this surface, Claire? You must love playing on the North Hobart Oval.
Yeah, it's the best oval to play on. That's probably the main thing about playing seniors this year, is just having home games here.
Yep.
It's been amazing.
I always have said, and you come to grand final day for the young boys and girls to play on this oval and understanding the history behind it. But here we are now in the future. But that's a really good tackle. Well played there. came in low and hard and affected that one. That was Atkins. That's the sort of thing, Chelsea, isn't it, that gives your team a lot of confidence.
Definitely. Talia's very well played down the back line, so have faith in her through the day.
Oh, leading out, and that's a good, strong mark. Well played there by Banks. Gets it off. Running player there in Bannerman. Bannerman goes through and transfer that play and right up towards the side. That was really good transfer of the ball there by North Hobart, linking up. But it's a free kick here going to Sandy Bay, and that'll go through to Allenby. Allenby. Wonkiel kicked that per time. Didn't get really good purchase on the ball. Ball is in somewhat of a dispute now. Fighting really hard at the bottom of the pack, and umpire Walker will come up and throw that one aloft. Just trying to feel their way. Quite a few girls in and around that ball. Went up really high. That was Badenneck, who's taking the ruck position for Sandy Bay. It was Ferguson, got the ball for North Hobart, goes inside now. What have they got? It's Sandy Bay, left the defender very nicely and screaming from that half-back flank. Goes to an open forward line. Sandy Bay under a little bit of pressure now, trying to lean down. Here come the cavalry to try and lend some support. That was Victoria Fish, who came through very determined. Might have been held in the play, said it tackled too long. So good tackling here. So it's going to be a free kick to go to North Hobart. It's one of the things I've noticed is the tackling today, Chelsea. So how much do you work on your tackling in practice?
We work on it regularly, actually.
Yep.
I think it's like a strong part of the girls' game is being strong and tackling hard. So
Yep.
they're doing a good job at the moment.
They certainly are, as that ball comes deep into the attacking area now, coming in hard and low, picking it up North, but you can see as soon as they do so, there is a flotilla of Sandy Bay players coming in to assist. Goes just outside the 50 towards that boundary line there. Ball down, it's not going to come out. Oh, it does so. So umpire Walker says, well, let's see if we can play this one on. Still can't quite get that one out. Look at the determination there. Beautiful work. Comes over the back. Close work, and North Hobart now get the quick kick in. Spoiled, and it goes out of bounds. So, Claire, who are some of the players on the North Hobart side you think that would be really the key prime movers?
Well, our midfield's pretty strong, so we've got Emma Upton in the ruck.
Yep.
She really puts up a great contest for her size. I think in the midfield, Maddie Lamb's always a pretty good player to watch.
Yep.
And Millie Bannerman's usually got very exciting skills and
She
usually
has.
turn it on.
Very much so. Well, that's great to get that insight from someone who knows these girls very, very well. But the ball now is in dispute, so we are 5.5 minutes into this game as that ball goes end over end as Sandy Bay just working their way back towards that ball. Victoria Fish has had a couple of promising possessions so far. Gets it clear onto that wing position, just barging their way through. Well played there by Monks. Oh, there's a really strong tackle. I'm interested to see which way. I think that's effectively came across on the top. And I don't mind that one, Chelsea,
No.
to the umpire, as long as they're consistent, to play the free kick for the girl who's going the ball.
Definitely.
Yep. I think there needs to be reward. Oh, that's good run.
Great run.
Gets the handball onto Chick. Chick goes forward, but down back. Who's at the front and the centre? They can't take it now. So Sandy Bay, a few questions are being asked of them by the North Hobart attackers. And umpire Walker will throw that one up. So there's a few around the ball. Up they go. Upton, who tries to affect that one. At the back is Lamb. Very distinctive with that helmet on. Do you think that, Claire, is that just to attract best and fairest votes from the umpire so she stands out?
I think she likes to be colour coordinated.
Well, I tell you what, I've noticed to her already. That's not because of the helmet, it's because she gets in and has a crack. There's no doubt about that. So here are North Hobart trying to set up. Oh, that's a good little pass. Beautiful foot skills there. Spotting up that Mackenzie Banks got into really good position, and the lead was honoured. So here she goes. Banks goes towards the goal. It was right on her distance, and talking about the colourful one. There she is at front and centre in Madison Lamb, but couldn't get through Badenak, who did a good job, especially for a ruckman to drop herself right back on the line. It's got a good bit of height about her, has Badenak, Alexandra Badenak, who takes on the ruck duel again with Emma Upton, but it spills out the back towards Zella Freeman. Another handball. Sandy Bay linking up really, really nicely here as they get it towards that open area. Plenty of space in front. Oh, that was a very slick handball for the player running by. Good bump too to try and affect a little bit of space for the girl to run into. North Hobart can't pick the ball up, so trying to add valuable metres. There is Amity Chick just starting to get her hands on the football. Upton again fighting very, very hard. Good, strong tackle. And the umpire, I thought, was going to bring the whistle up to his mouth, but now he said it was a throw, and so North Hobart take that free kick. I reckon at this stage, Claire, the coach for North Hobart, Coach Jimmy Ransom, would be pretty happy with what he's seeing. What we alluded to before was just to stay in the game, and they're doing that really, really well. They haven't let the flowing game of Sandy Bay take effect at all at this stage.
Yeah, no, it's pretty evident they're sticking to their game plan and playing as a team, so hopefully that's enough to get them over the line.
Well, of course, you're a very unbiased commentator, and you are here very neutral as well, just because you've got the same surname as the coach, no relation, except he's a dear old dad. So we really appreciate you coming in to give us an insight, sort of one of the premier players in the female ranks, two of them sitting beside me. I tell you what, they've got the old veteran and two very fit-looking young ladies in Chelsea Thomas and Claire Ransom, so we're very lucky to have them on board to give their expert comments as that ball is going end over end close to the line before Olivia McHugh has seen that ball out. So, Claire, you've been playing for such a long time. You must have seen the improvement and also the amount of numbers of young girls / women playing the game now.
It's incredible. From where it started with just a couple of Friday night games to having countless teams from under 13s all the way into the women's division is incredible.
Absolutely. So, Chelsea, what was the catalyst to get you interested in playing footy? So what was your sporting background prior to taking up football?
I had a lot of sporting background actually.
Yep.
So I played all sports that you could think
Yep.
of, but mainly my sports were basketball and netball, still
Yep.
sticking at netball and
Yep.
football. So decided
Brilliant.
to give footy a crack, and here I am now. So
Yeah, no, it's great to see, and that's what I've sort of found, obviously, from girls playing these other sports, and I guess the main difference is the shape of the ball that you're playing with. This one here, as we see Sandy Bay break out of the pack, they go forward, and I tell you, Emma Upton's doing a power of work, be it in the ruck or dropping back, did a stoic work there, and there she is again getting that clearance, but it only goes as far as the Sandy Bay player in there, in Laka Seljic, who just built that one, but she did a good job to bring it to the front of the pack. McDonough is there as well for Sandy Bay, trying to team up. It's very close. North Hobart are really going to try and get that to the outside if they can. And Sandy Bay, to me, would it be fair to say, Claire, they look a little bit sort of stronger in the body, a little bit bigger team?
Yeah. I think they've always been a bigger team.
Yeah.
Through all the years we've played, we've always been a bit undersized in all the grand finals.
So that can be taken as one of two things. You can, in one way, look at that and say, oh, that's a huge disadvantage. We're smaller. Conversely, you say, what an advantage. We could be more fleet foot, so let's get it to the grass, the open area. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, just an emphasis on that run from behind and link up is really important for these girls.
Very much so. So we are 11 minutes down in the grand final. Very close encounter. Both teams have had opportunities to score goals, but haven't been able to put it through the sticks. So that's a lovely mark, playing in front. So here goes Sandy Bay, taking the game really on now, moving it forward. And from the back, good spoil there from the Demons. And again, held. And Emma Upton. What can you tell me, Chelsea, a little bit about Emma Upton? I tell you what, she's having a very, very good game so far.
She is. She's a strong player. Emma always gives a great contest at wherever she is put, like in her position. Very strong in the ruck, very strong in the back line now. So
yeah, she seems to have taken a few taps and then drifted back, and she reads the game quite well. And that's, talking of read the game well, that was a nice mark here by the Sandy Bay forward, who just drifted to the front, kicks it deep into the attack. Here's a big opportunity as it falls over. Here is that young lady we've spoken about, Emma Upton, who just clears that one, but it goes high wide and not quite so handsome. So it will now come back to Sandy Bay. For a minute there, I thought that was going to be Nation, but it's been passed off. Oh, here's a good kick. That's to the area of danger you don't like, and it spills over the back towards Sandy Bay. And I think there's going to get a re-kick. Let's have a look. I think that's the way umpire Donaghy has paid it, as we'll have a look at that on the Mood Food replay. It came out the back, a bit of a kick there. Oh, you can see there, Emma Upton just got a little bit too high. So it is Ava Parsons who's got an opportunity to get the first goal of the day. She goes back, she's probably 15 metres out, and she has slotted that one right through. So there is the first goal of the grand final for 2021 that goes to Sandy Bay's Ava Parsons, who put that one through from a set shot. So if you're having a shot at goal, Chelsea, do you like the set shot or do you like the run on and have a kick for goal?
I don't know, really. I think, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. Maybe on the run, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, I really find in the history of football, it's the one thing that, in fact, we've improved the fitness, we've improved the skills, but we haven't improved the set shot kicking for goal. I think there's something about it, Claire, isn't there? When the pressure's on the set shot for goal, you've got just the two sticks, everyone's looking at you. It's a nervy time, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Especially in girls football, there's actually not that many set shots. So
yes,
when you do get it, you really have to capitalise on it.
It's interesting you say that. That's what I've noticed from the year that I've had coaching this year. And if you can take full advantage of it, by gee whiz, it's a huge thing. Talking of which, here they go again. I think that was McLeod for Sandy Bay going forward. And this will be swung in momentum. We know that Sandy Bay is going to have a good run at it, and similar North Hobart. So when you get your opportunity, you've got to take them. We had a thriller in the first game of the day. It was North Hobart and Glenorchy played a draw, but it was North Hobart who I think had about 9 or 10 points, whereas Glenorchy were able to snag that goal. So you certainly do have to take your opportunities when they present themselves. So now it is Sandy Bay through Victoria Fish who come back in, but the resolute defence for North Hobart are standing tall. But here come the Bay, big long kick, great spoil there, but look at the weight of numbers, the hard running here from Sandy Bay. But Emma Upton, she is at the bottom of the pack and holds that ball in so stoically as the siren sounds. And it says, we check the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard, it shows that Sandy Bay are 1-8 to North Hobart. Let's have a look here, yet to score. But Claire, I'll be interested in, well, both Claire and Chelsea. To me, just a slight difference at the moment was amplified on that last forward thrust by Sandy Bay. The Sandy Bay forwards and midfield are running a little bit harder at the minute, and that's that two-way running. So it was nice and open in the forward, but there were more numbers around the ball. Is that how you saw that toward the end?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just, I don't know if it's work rate. Maybe just that's a bit more of their style of play, is to really rush it forward, whereas North Hobart like to have a bit of structure, which makes it a bit difficult when the ball moves quickly. We're not always set up behind the ball properly.
Yep. So, Chelsea, put your coaching hat on and you're talking to your North Hobart Chargers. What's your clear message after that one quarter of football?
I would say that the nerves are out now, so time to stick with the game plan and structure up well, like man on man in the back line. Just stick with your players, maybe play behind a little bit as they're rushing it forward, Sandy Bay, and getting that run on us. So, and just use the handballs from the back, so get some run, because the girls have got lots of speed in the team. So
very much so. Well, great to get that insight. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is quarter time here at North Hobart Oval. So we'll take an opportunity to have our first break here, and we'll be back with the second quarter in just a few moments.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things, so we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Cripps are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Cripps, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things. So we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Cripps are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Cripps, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
So welcome back here to the North Hobart Oval. It is grand final day and it's all about the young ladies here, and you can see here on your screens we have the under 17.5A1 division. It is the Sandy Bay Lions in the blue and stripes with North Hobart with the blue and the pink, and I should go to you, Chelsea. I think it's a great thing to have the slight variance for the North Hobart colour with the pink.
Definitely. I've got my black helmet and I'm looking at that pink helmet and I'm thinking, I really want a pink one. So.
Yeah, I reckon that'll assist you just to get that one or two extra best and fairest votes. I'd go straight for the pink.
Stand out.
See, if I was playing in the junior ranks, I'd stand out because of my silver one, my silver tube on the top. I think I'll be the old veteran. But anyway, it's back to the next crop of young ladies coming through here now. It's a very entertaining game so far. I would have thought that probably, given the form line with the victors 11-1 for Sandy Bay, are probably the favoured team in here. But we know from Supercoach Ransom, he's always got a bit of a game plan and a strategy, and you win grand finals on this day, not through the season. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. There's no doubt about that. Now, you also have to help me. This young lady here, number 7, I was going to call her Dasher. Now, how do you pronounce Dasher's surname?
Dennekew.
It is Dennekew. Well, there we are. I was about to have a crack, and I've done it before, and I thought, oh, am I saying it right? So Dasher Dennekew, who, the number 7, she's a little ripper. She goes in hard, and she's got a lot of tenacity. I've seen her a couple of times when she played for North in the juniors at the bike track, and she was a ripper. So keep your eye out for her as well. So here is one of the prime movers in that first quarter. It was Emma Upton, who is back in the ruck. So big opportunity as Sandy Bay picked that up. They've got to get rid of it, and they do so. They go wide. It was Polly who picks it up. Polly picks it to the outer side. Good contest now. Upton again gets a quick ball movement on it. Doesn't go that far. Ball's in dispute now. The umpire says that there was, and here she is, the girl that I just spoke about, Dasher Dennekew. She goes back inside. That's a good centering ball. We need a couple of players to come up, just playing from behind that particular time with the North Hobart forwards. Dennekew picks it up, tries to give it out to someone in a better position, barging their way forward. Looks to me like Sandy Bay have set a few more up behind the ball, and here comes that kick in. Maybe North have to take their time through hand, and they do so now as a quick kick goes in towards the goals. Here goes North Hobart. They've got another second opportunity to set up. It was Chick. She spins around. Well, they've got an opportunity to mark here. Took a lot of courage to stand underneath. The ball was Freeman. Goes back to get it again as the umpire's whistle has gone. And let's have a look. I think it might be a ball up. I was interested to see there, Claire, that Sandy Bay were reasonably disciplined. They had a couple of players extra behind the ball. And North Hobart, I'll be interested in your opinion, but I'd like to see them probably bounce and take the ball closer and kick over those players and just sort of kicking to them.
Yeah, exactly. Sandy Bay roll their ruckman behind the ball always. She doesn't really go forward at all.
Yep.
So it's really important that we do get a little bit extra run so that we can kick over her head because she's very tall. So it's
here was thank you. That was a set play. I think that was to Amity Chick, I think, had that shot on goal.
Yeah.
She was having a whisper. He said, come on, give it over to me. I reckon I'm a bit of a chance. And had that shot and put it through for the minor score. Yep. It was interesting as well. So Chelsea, yesterday I was involved in a game with Lauderdale, the Port down at Cygnet, and Port did the same thing. And that's what I was saying to our girls. Instead of allowing them to mark the ball behind it, we have to have then the courage to carry the ball further. And that entry has to be a very deep one, not a shallow one. Anyway, it's back to this game, and I think that one was a errant back kick, and you see the determination being shown here by Madison Lamb. She wasn't going to let that one out against bigger opposition. Well played there. Beautiful tap out by Badeneck. So here we go now, fighting very, very hard for the ball. Denecue was over it. Good bump there by Atkin. Here's a streaming play. Out of the back was McDonoghue. Swerves, Mingles. Lakaseljic was lucky to get away with that one. Thought it might have spilled over, but spent it before she had it there on that particular occasion was Tess Donaghy. It's Stacks on the meal, and it will be another ball up. The intent and the idea was right there from Sandy Bay, but they just spent it before they got hold of it, so they're coming forward again. They go inside 50. Can't mark. Good pressure situation here. Excellent play by Parker, and she's held without the ball, and the free kick here will go to Parker. Parker takes the blinkers off, and I like that, trying to spread the ball, try and get some open space. This is exactly what both of my special comments, both Chelsea and Claire, said, that North Hobart will look to try and run the ball. So is this the sort of thing, Chelsea, you're trying to emphasise now? Now they've got the ball, they need to look laterally.
Get the run forward.
Oh, okay,
They've got
50 metres, I think. Is it 50 or 25 in this? Claire, do you know? We'll have a look
I
at
thought
how far.
it was 50, maybe 25.
Yeah, obviously. I thought it was 50 when we got here, but obviously umpire Walker is a little bit more experienced than my very good self, so he's given the correct one. That's a nice boot that goes down there anyway inside the forward line as North Hobart have an opportunity through the agency of Parker, but she's beaten to it on this particular occasion. And that kick is high and wide. So with 6 minutes gone, Chelsea, North Hobart are still applying some really, really good pressure, aren't they? They're right in the face of Sandy Bay.
Yeah, the girls need to keep that up, just keep the defensive pressure and working the wings that they're doing and hitting the spots. Like, that was great.
Oh, look at that mark. That was Parker, who just drifted across the pack and had her eyes transfixed on the ball. Gets it inside now towards Lamb. Lamb can feed that off to Chick, who's in a better position, but Sandy Bay had the numbers back, and again it's the formidable Alexandra Badneck who was at the back. And gee, that was a wonderful mark there, Chelsea, wasn't it? The way she just
mark by Bella.
wasn't it? She just drifted across the pack, and I love it. She had her eyes just on the ball. So there was Upton, who's gone in to have a bit of a run again on the ball. Comes back to Cooper, the captain for Sandy Bay. Only goes as far as Banks, so it could be coming back with interest here. You can see fighting hard for the ball. There is your really good tackle. I think that was
tackle by Ella.
That was a cracker, wasn't it? It is Ella Freeman.
Oh.
What's happened here? They pay that for a sling.
Swapped it.
Well, look at that one on the Mood Food replay. I think there was a bit of mayonnaise put on that one, Claire.
well.
Oh, something put on it.
It certainly was. Anyway, I have to say, in all seriousness, the last thing we want to see is if it is those sling tackles that can prevent those head injuries. So again, if there's a consistency, that's all we want. That is a ripping tackle there by North Hobart. You can see fighting very, very hard. It was Olivia McHugh who had it, and North Hobart, who's that, girls?
Millie Bannerman.
Millie Bannerman. Beautiful tackle there. She did very, very nicely. Gets it back inside. Oh, tell you what, that's
She is again.
a couple of ripping marks here by Bella Parker. But Sandy Bay standing really, really tall in defence, mopping that one up. Maybe that's the kick. This one here, they start to spread it. Oh, they'd maybe listen to the old veteran who's up in the scoreboard as Atkinson decides to go wide. Instead of actually kicking to a contest, try and kick it to some space with 8.5 minutes gone in the under-17A1 division. We can see here now it is Sandy Bay pick that ball up. Doesn't go that far because Denacue is over the ball. She gets it further afield looking for a teammate in Atkinson. Picking it up. Now they're going in. It's 2-on-2, but Sandy Bay playing in front, and probably, if I can there, Chelsea, the North Hobart full forward line are just playing a little bit from behind.
Yeah, they are at the moment. If they play in front, like the girls are looking for a target and just trying to kick it in there to the top of the square. So if the girls are playing in front, I'm sure we can get some marks in there.
Very much so, though. They've got the potential.
Yeah, definitely.
I tell you what, at the moment, I'd be just sort of kicking it anywhere in the vicinity of Bella Parker because she is absolutely red hot, and she's taken a couple of cracking overhead marks. And there she is again. That's how she goes when she's on the ground. She's working hard there. You can see she's done a brilliant job to fend that out to one of her teammates. So now it does come over the back. This is where we need the runners, the small in and unders, and they do. This is a really tough shot and just ran out of room. I think that was Chelsea Dreesen who did absolutely the right thing there. But Sandy Bay were able to get over, in numbers and chop that ball off. So nearly 10 minutes gone into this quarter of football. North Hobart have only scored the one behind, but I tell you what, they are in this game fair dinkum up to their ears because they haven't allowed Sandy Bay to get on the outside. So that's a good kick. Leading out and taking a strong mark is Banks for North Hobart. I really like that lead there. And here's another one. Brilliant work. Oh, gee whiz, just came unstuck. I just thought for a minute that Amity Chick held on to that one. She's doing a really good job. But I was just about to say to you, Claire, those two leads I like because they were hard, committed leads.
Yeah, just lost the defence straight away because they really wanted the ball.
Very much so. I could see that was etched all over the North Hobart forwards' faces as here they go. They need to hold this one in if they can to try and score. It was Imogen Nation for Sandy Bay at the back there, and now they start to clear it. Comes out to the very open side. It's a foot race on here. Who'll be there first? Almost get there at the same time. Lunging for it. A few people are asking for the push, but the umpires are having none of it. It was forward momentum that took them there. Good numbers over the ball as Alice Halliday was there. She's assisted by Olivia McHugh for Sandy Bay. Now it goes on the outside. Just need to watch that tackle. Well played there by Atkin, who did a really good job not to push her in the back. Fighting hard for the ball. It is Bella Parker who... No, it's not Bella Parker, sorry there. It is indeed Morrisby, Ava Morrisby, who's gone back and held that ball up. So it's the 12-minute mark of the second quarter in the under-17A1 grand final here at North Hobart. We've had a wonderful couple of games that preceded this one, and this one is living up to all expectations. We knew it was going to be tough. We said before that probably Sandy Bay were the favourite, but North Hobart, they are just a wonderful club and will never give in and come up with good strategies. As here they go now. I'm just interested too, Claire, there seems to be a lot of Sandy Bay around the ball. So is that just because they are running harder?
I think they've set it up behind the ball pretty well. So
they have, haven't they?
It's every time it comes out, we're just kicking it straight to them. We need our forwards to come up higher so they can create a contest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Leka Seljic She goes back. Big, long, raking kick. And drifting back, judging that one a little bit better, was Ava Parsons, who, of course, we know can kick a goal. She's got the only goal of the match. So Parsons will now go back and see if she can slot her second and Sandy Bay's second. She doesn't have any trouble at all. And Parsons has put that one through. But if we see that on the Mood Food replay, Chelsea, she really judged this ball very nicely on the flight of the ball, didn't she?
Yeah, she did actually. She come out strong, laid hard. And
so I think that was the North Hobart defender was Elizabeth Monks. But the only challenge there, Claire, she just lost where a player was, and maybe just getting body contact would have been the idea there.
Yeah, just lost touch, I think, in the end, and made it pretty easy for her to mark it. She's a shorter player, so I think keeping body contact would have been a better idea. Very
much so. So very nice goal there to Sandy Bay as we check the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard. It is 2-2-14. They are leading North Hobart one behind here in the grand final. We are making our way up towards half time here as picked up. That is Ava Polly. She goes in twice. Very nicely done as North Hobart try to push their way forward. That's nice work by Sandy Bay as they drive that ball forward. Leading out towards centre half forward, just comes off the chest, and North Hobart mop that one up. Nice open spaces here. If they can pick it up, they do so. Well done by Freeman, trying to spot one of the runners up. Holds that one up, and that was a really good second effort there by Ella Freeman for North Hobart. So 14 and a half minutes gone. As we can see, there's been a... So there we go. You can see umpire Walker with the anti-density rules and zones, just trying to pull some of the girls back. And now, while we're talking about that, Chelsea, how do you rate the anti-density rules?
Well, I don't mind it. Like, it can get crowded around the ball, so just pulling the girls back and letting them fight it out with a couple of people around the ball is a lot better than having a lot crowded and can't get it out and heaps of stoppages. So.
Yep, no, I agree. So there is, in fact, the half-time siren here at North Hobart Oval that sees Sandy Bay Blue 2-2-14 in front of North Hobart, one behind. And for Sandy Bay, their goals both going to Ava Parsons. So, girls, a pretty entertaining go. It's pretty tight, but Sandy Bay have just had the polish to get those goals, Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely. The girls in North Hobart still putting up a fight. They were in that quarter for the first half of it. Just sort of dropped off a little bit at the second half, but I'm sure Jim will give them a good rev up in the change room and bring out and reset. So
yeah, very much so. I think the one thing, Claire, that's in North Hobart's favour, they're in the general play. If they can just get that forward entry, then maybe Bella Parker can get a Dukes on the ball a little bit closer to goal. They're a real chance. And because, albeit for Sandy Bay's sort of dominance, you know, they haven't got the scoreboard pressure as such. It is only a couple of goals.
Yeah, I think it's just important that we can sort out our forward line structure, get those forwards creating a contest in there and convert on the scoreboard, because it is only 2 goals. So.
Yeah, so when it's only 2 goals, Claire, you just get that one and all of a sudden, bang, you're in a goal and you're up and about. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is half-time here at North Hobart. We will take our half-time break as the coaches give their advice, and we'll be back with the second half very shortly. Upton just got a little bit too high. So it is Ava Parsons who's got an opportunity to get the first goal of the day. She goes back, she's probably 15 metres out, and she has slotted that one right through. So there is the first goal of the grand final for 2021 that goes to face of Sandy Bay.
Yeah, the girls need to keep that up, just keep the defensive pressure and working the wings that they're doing and hitting the spots. Like, that was great.
Oh, look at that mark. That was Parker, who just drifted across the pack and had her eyes transfixed on the ball. Gets it inside now towards Lamb. Lamb can only goes as far as Banks, so it could be coming back with interest here. You can see fighting hard for the ball. There is your really good tackle. I think that was...
Great tackle by Ella.
That was
Freeman.
a cracker, wasn't it? It is Ella Freeman. They around the ball. So is that just because they are running harder?
I think they've set it up behind the ball pretty well. So
They have, haven't they?
it's every time it comes out, we're just kicking it straight to them. We need our forwards to come up higher so they can create a contest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Leka Seljic, she goes back. Big, long, raking kick. And drifting back, judging that one a little bit better, was Ava Parsons, who, of course, we know can kick a goal. She's got the only goal of the match.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things, so we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Crips are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Crips, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things, so we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Crips are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Crips, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things, so we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Crips are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Crips, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things. So we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Crips are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Crips, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets,
So welcome back here to North Hobart Oval. That sees Sandy Bay Blue 2-2-14 leading North Hobart 1 behind. It's been pretty even across the board really. North Hobart have had just as much of the footy but just haven't been able to get those goals, so it'll be fascinating to see if indeed they can get the first one, which would really open up this game. So the ball does come from Sandy Bay in towards their forward line. Picked up nicely by Halliday. Whistle on play, been effective tackle, and that will go to Aitken. Aitken's played a very nice game. She gets quickly off her mark and goes in that 45-degree angle back towards Ferguson. Ferguson further afield, looking for Atkinson. Now there's trying to break out there, but intercepted by Cairns for North Hobart. Bit of a soccer off the ground. Goes towards Denecue. Now it's back up on the wing. Good play here by the Lions as they arch the back and come up through the middle. Just overrunning it, but attacking the ball is McLeod for Sandy Bay. Big chance for North Hobart. They need to try and get this ball forward of the centre to that open spaces, but chopped off by Sandy Bay. They've got 3 in front of the footy if they can get it out wide. Good tackle, but it comes over the back again. That was Halliday bouncing sort of closely towards the line. North Hobart tracked that ball back, and well played there by Charlotte Barnes just to seize on the danger. But it's a very, very bright start here to Sandy Bay Chelsea in this second half.
Yes, it is. They've come out firing.
They need to stand up, North Hobart, to stand in front, as really fighting hard, trying to show the way is Aiken. And it'll be another ball up by umpire Walker. He does throw that up. It's Cooper, gets it down towards Polly for Sandy Bay. Here's a big chance, and it's a shot on goal. I think that was Ava Parsons. We know that she can kick those goals because she's already got a couple, but this time she's gone to the far side and has missed it. So they've got plenty of space over the back, North Hobart, but at the moment it's the midfield group that are coming back and forcing that wall as North Hobart take a nice mark. They get the ball moving well as it comes back down to Monks. Good contest here by 2 determined young ladies going hard at the ball, and reefed out is Abby Wilcox. She handballs to that team's advantage. Alice Halliday picks it up, goes further out, looking for some speed by Cooper. In over the ball. Good tackle. Well played by Madison Lamb. It goes close to the line. So plenty of pressure being applied here by Sandy Bay. You sort of feel that Chelsea, if Sandy Bay can get one goal, it could open up the game. So they're just hanging on, North Hobart, aren't they? There's that feeling, isn't there?
They're trying their hardest just to stop them from scoring. at the moment, putting heaps of defensive pressure on them.
So here was Emma Upton, who we've spoken about, has been very, very stoic. Goes towards Lamb. Sandy Bay are there now. They've got numbers. They're going to drive this ball back in through a very good long kick. North Hobart standing tall. Foot race towards this one. Falls towards the Bay as they go end over end. Well played by Abby Wilcox again towards the lead coming out by Layla Kane. And it will be a boundary throw in with just about 4 minutes gone in this quarter. It is the third quarter of the under 17.5 ladies grand final. That's a very large throw in. I think the umpire has deemed that's a free kick to Sandy Bay. And you know what, Chelsea, why he's played that one?
I think she grabbed it out of the ruck.
Correct, and she wasn't a ruck.
No.
Gee, that's tough. I was waiting for you. You were up for it.
Looking for it.
You can see here on the Mood Food replay, it's got, that's a tough rule. I'm not blaming the umpire.
No.
He's playing the interpretation as that one comes in towards the goals there by Cooper and has just missed it. Just to clarify, so the ball goes over, you have to nominate the ruckman. Yeah. And the umpire actually threw it magnificently in. And because it went over the back, all of a sudden Madison Lamb thought, oh, you beauty, I'll have this and I'll grab it and she'll go. So it's just natural instinct as the ball comes in here. Oh, comes over the back. And I think at the bottom, that might be Baderneck. And Baderneck has put that one through. She did a great job roving that one. As we have a look at the Mood Food replay here, Chelsea, she sort of went to the back and it fell at her feet and she just put the big right foot out and put it through for a goal.
She did. She ran straight onto it and just kicked it through.
So she's done a power of her work as a ruckman. You can see here she is. She's going to drift to the side. It just fell out of her hands and she thought, quick thinking, wasn't it, really? Yeah. She didn't panic and thought, right, I'm just going to kick this one off the ground, and did a great job. So well played there to Alexandra Baderneck, who's put it through for the third goal of the match and the third to Sandy Bay. So now North Hobart very much in dire needs of a goal. Back towards umpire Donaghy here. It is Sandy Bay with a very good lead now. Spills down to them. Up it goes. Playing in front is McLeod. Hooks that ball over. Oh, there is the vagaries of that oval ball as Baderneck forces her way through. She's a force to be reckoned with. Because powers her way through. So Chelsea, again, I've asked you and put you under the pump a few times. What is it that you think that North Hobart have to do? Well, here's a chance to get back in this game.
Well, I think they need to use their running a little bit more and just play in front, and link up as the forwards. They're getting it out of the back line, but there's just no targets that they're able to kick to. So if they play in front and give a target, then I'm sure we can break away.
Yep. No, I agree with that sentiment, and here is your chance. So when you get it, let's see if we can kick it to some grass, get that open space, because Sandy Bay are standing very, very tall down there, and they again do it again as Emma Upton pushes that ball out. At the bottom of the pack consistently there is McLeod, vice captain. Also playing a really nice job is Victoria Frisch across half back flank. She's a very determined young lady and runs straight lines. She's doesn't waver and goes straight through. There she is again. She's actually held in the tack a little bit too long, and Dasha Denecue has taken that free kick. She's looking to find someone up. Good lead there by North Hobart, who got to the front position, as you alluded to, Chelsea, that they needed to do, but couldn't affect the mark. But that's they got more opportunity if they can get to that position. Umpire Donaghy has come in and he'll call for that ball up. So what have we got? 8 minutes in this third quarter. Good tap out, try and get some space. Now I reckon now, Chelsea, it's the time that Sandy Bay would be more than happy to try and hold that ball into a contest.
Yeah, hold up the time maybe.
Yep.
Just keep their lead in front.
Yep.
Whereas North Hobart wants to move it forward quickly and get a goal as they're doing now.
Here they go. So that was really good play. So they're going to try and get it to that open side of the ground. Leading out is Sophie Ferguson from behind. And indeed, she's been paid for this kick. So going back now, need to move it quickly. It's too far out to score. Gets it into a really good scoring area. Couldn't quite take the mark there was Ella Freeman, and beaten through weight of numbers by the Sandy Bay opposition. North Hobart streaming back. And that's all but the kick there, I think, Chelsea. Do you reckon lower the eyes and try and find a bit more space?
Find some space, just even put it out so some runners can run onto it, or just find a strong target that can take an overhead mark.
I agree with you there, because I think playing across half-back flank, I've really liked the game of Victoria Fish, who has mopped up a lot of those forward thrusts. And here they go again, North Hobart. It is Talia Atkinson who goes inside, and North Hobart have an opportunity. Need to go back now. Here they go. That's a nice looking kick, but good mark taken by Ava Allenby. Playing in front. Allenby goes towards this outer side. There is Cooper. Cooper leading the charge, picks it up beautifully. She's moving very, very nicely. I've also liked the way the skipper has gone about her work. Quickly gets it onto the boot, and here are the runners. Comes out the back, and it's Ava Parsons who just spears that one towards Olivia McHugh, who can't quite bring it in. Good tackle there by Ava Moresby, and it is going to be a little bit of a tangle up here. The girls just introducing themselves to each other as the umpire should grab that ball and throw the boundary to umpire Walker, very experienced. It is a grand final, Chelsea, and a little bit of emotions are flowing here. I can sense that you just want to get off your chair and get down there and help the girls, don't you?
Do you want to be out there?
Now, we can see, I think, umpire Walker, he's asked the girls to calm down. There's been a whistle, and I think a couple of the girls have been told to have a little bit of a 5-minute spell. Chelsea, is that what's happened?
Yeah, sent off.
Yep, so they'll just have a little breather, have a time to reflect, and I'm sure they'll come back all the better and the wiser for the experience as North Hobart fighting it hard. There is Amity Chick at the bottom of the pack. Working hard. It's not going to come out of there in a hurry. So umpire, I think it'll be umpire Walker who's coming in now to throw that one up. Throws it up very quickly to get the game flowing down towards Lamb. She's pushed aside. A lot of vigour being showed there by Harvey. Lamb, she is dispossessed, and it's a pretty tough encounter down there now. Really, these girls are playing for keeps as North Hobart trying to make their way back out, but Sandy Bay with that quick kick, but through the pressure. So North Hobart are staying with them here, Chelsea, but unfortunately, as far as they're concerned, they need more than staying with them.
Yes.
They need to really get the whip cracking and get some scoreboard pressure, which they just haven't been able to do just yet.
Yes, definitely. They just need to reset, sort of, just calm down a little bit and take control of the game, I reckon. Just move it fast, but be good about your decisions,
yes.
I think.
Yeah, very much so. All right, so another boundary throw in. If you can, that's it. So the boundary throw in by the umpire. Good tap out again by Laura Cooper. She's been good. There is the diminutive Dasha Denecue, who's been very good, just kicking it off the ground. That was very effective that time, gained some valuable meterage, but setting up beautifully behind the ball is the numbers, and Ava Polly is there to stop this attack that's coming in. So 12.5 minutes gone here in the third quarter. As we can see, Alexandra Badeneck, who's doing a power of work, just rushing back in to take that ruck. Comes over the top, well played by Harvey. Harvey back inside, but here come North Hobart. They get a quick kick, but backing back again is Ava Polly. And Polly, again, I've liked her game across half-back. She's repelled so many of the attacks that North Hobart have come in, talking of which there's been this young lady, Victoria Fish, too. Fish quickly gets a kick away, but only as far as Barnes. Barnes back off the mark. Long raking kick towards centre half forward. Hands over the back. North Hobart looking to feed that one off. And I think this particular time it is Sandy Bay free kick. Incorrect disposal. So Imogen Nation to take that kick. Goes deep over the centre. Great foot race here and speed by Tess McDonough, who kicks it out to the lead of Halliday. Halliday can't pick it up, but she does the shepherd afterwards. And it's there, trying to get the ball moving as fast as they can is Ferguson. Spills out. Halliday for Sandy Bay. Denahue, she's dispossessed. Quick kick comes in for Sandy Bay. There is Wilcox at the front of the ball. Comes now to Harvey. But I think she's been held. What's happened there, Chelsea? That was a tackle for holding the ball.
Holding the ball.
Yep. So again, North Hobart been very good in deep in the defence. Goes towards Bella Parker, and why wouldn't you? She has been one of the young ladies who's been so effective over the top with her hands. Sandy Bay leading towards the ball. As soon as they pick it up, it's a very good, strong tackle there by Bella Parker, who's been one of the better players for North Hobart. Very close towards that boundary line. Umpire Walker is coming in and asking them to try and clear the play if they possibly can. And there'll be another ball up. So Sandy Bay with a very good lead here at this stage. North Hobart have to really pull a rabbit out of the hat to make this big comeback. They've had really good possession of the ball in general play, but they just haven't been able to have the finesse to get the final kick to get that score, which has probably been the challenge, hasn't it, Chelsea? That's would you agree that they've had, you know, a good amount of the ball?
They've had opportunities to use the ball, just not like making the right decision, I think. Definitely, they're trying their hardest, I can tell, with all the girls, and I know half the players, and I know how they play, and they're putting their body on the line. I know Emma Upton, she's putting her body on the line and trying her hardest for the team, being the skipper as well. So,
well, it'll be interesting to see if North can come back from this position. It is 3 goals to Sandy Bay, and that's through the agency of Ava Parsons with 2 and Alexandra Badenak with 1. So the girls coming in to get their final instructions from the coaches. It is Sandy Bay Blue 3-6-24 leading North Hobart 1 behind. So we're going to go for our last break in the 17.5 girls, and we'll be back with the last quarter very shortly.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things, so we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Cripps are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Cripps, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things, so we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Cripps are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Cripps, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
In In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
We've journeyed over the seas, expanded city streets, and pioneered new ways of doing things. So we could craft the greatest loaf of bread for all Tasmanians to taste. At the heart of Cripps are baking and community. We're proud of where we've come from, but we're even more excited about where we're headed. Cripps, baking for Tasmanians since 1878.
So welcome back here to North Hobart Oval, and I had a little bit of a listen to Elizabeth Johnston, and she was just urging her girls to keep going about what they're doing. She was really thrilled in the way they'd been backing each other up, Chelsea. She was also most impressed, especially from the half-back line, who we've sort of suggested where they've had some of their better players like Ava Polly, Laura Cooper and Victoria Fish. They've not only repelled the Demons going forward, but it's also where they've set up a lot of their attacking, haven't they, across that half-back flank.
Definitely, they're getting the run off the back there where the girls are penetrating, North Hobart's penetrating the ball in, and they're being able to get the run off. Yeah,
that's how I've seen it. So here is North Hobart to make a game of it. They need to snatch this first goal, but it is Lamb who comes over and provides a good contest. But coming out is Alexandra Badenak taking a nice mark. She goes onto her left boot, front and centre. There is Barnes for North Hobart. So North Hobart bring this out to the wider side of the ground. There is Banks at the bottom of the pack trying to reef that one out. It was Victoria Fish. But umpire Walker has come over and he will ball that one up. So 15 minutes. Well, only 14 minutes now of the grand final left. So North Hobart just need to wheel that one forward and see if they can eke out that goal that they, to be honest, richly deserved, because they've been in the game. They've had some tremendous players. They've looked likely, but they just hadn't had the polish to get it over the line as Lakaseljic gets the ball moving towards Sandy Bay's goals. Good work down there by Ava Parsons. And a terrific tackle, just rolls the opposition over, and umpire Donaghy will come up. That was really good play by a forward, isn't it, Chelsea? Not just to kick goals, but to do that forward pressure of keeping the ball inside the 50.
Gets the defender on their toes and pressure on them. So.
Certainly does. Here we go now. At the bottom, there was Ellie Atkins. Streaming out, here come North Hobart. Nice play here, running hard at it is Abby Wilcox. Backing it up, Ava Polly. Polly goes back inside as Sandy Bay have some good numbers there. Keeping it on the inside, trying to push that ball out. Well played. It's Laura Cooper. Cooper gets it back inside, but North Hobart were able to chip in and take that one. Running very hard is Victoria Fish, who's just drifted up from half-back flank. She's always in the play. Gets the hands off, good tackle, but Cooper gets the quick kick in. And backing back, taking that one is Monks. Monks goes out wide. Just need a clean ball here for Upton. And you can already see there, Chelsea, a little bit heavy in the legs.
Yeah, she looks like she's very sore at the moment.
Emma has had just a terrific game, hasn't she? So
definitely.
She's got one more quarter to inspire her charges. Kicking off the ground is Sarah Lakaseljic, that comes down to Ava Parsons. Parsons goes towards the goal, but good pressure there by North Hobart that sees them push that ball out towards that outer side, and a free kick will come back down now to Ellie Atkins. And so tell me a little bit about it, Chelsea. So I know we're on grand final day, so how much time off will you and all these potential girls have from footy before they go back into pre-season?
I think a couple of months really, and then we usually stay around each other a lot, like stick together. I reckon most of the girls will this time, but some of them are a little bit older, so they may go to senior footy after this.
So you'll be thinking sort of in the October or early November. Early November. You'll start with those getting the fitness base up with some endurance work.
Running.
Yeah, running. Very much so. I have to say I used to love the old pre-seasons. I must admit, just getting you out on your fens, and I was one of those roosters. Do you like the running?
Oh, not particularly at the start of it, no.
I guess the good thing is, Chelsea, it's when you kick the goal and you break free during the season, you think, well, that's why I did it. Yeah, sometimes when you are running around in the heat of the October, November, December and all of that, you think, why am I putting all of this? Well, it's when you put in the hard yards, and it's obvious that a lot of these girls have put in the hard yards over their summer, and that's why they've made it to the grand final. And congratulations to both Sandy Bay and to North Hobart for making it to the grand final. It's a feat in its own right, and at the moment it is Sandy Bay, that's a good mark, who have got a pretty comfortable lead at the moment. 23 points mightn't sound a great deal, but in the context of this game, the way the goals have been scored, Chelsea, it's a pretty unsurmountable lead, I would have thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Tess McDonoghue took a good mark. Ava Polly, who's been in the game all the way through, fighting very, very hard. There is Monks for North Hobart, and there's a whistle. And I think that will be a free kick to go to Monks, I think it is.
Yep.
It is. She hasn't stopped trying, has she, Chelsea?
No, she hasn't. She's really stood up at the back line for North Hobart at the moment.
So that kick goes down the line, but Sandy Bay standing tall. It's going to come back inside the 50 yet again. Up they go. It's Bannerman. Taps it out. Goes to get it again. Over the back there is Ava Parsons, who she certainly knows where the goals are. She's got a couple today. Good, strong tackle being applied, and I think the free kick's going to come out to Kane. Layla Kane. Good, strong tackle. As soon as North Hobart took possession of that ball, Chelsea, Layla Kane, look at this, she tracked her down, and as the forward would now go back and have a set shot on goal. She goes back, and she has slotted that one through for a goal, and that is the fourth goal of the game and the fourth goal for Sandy Bay. As we look at the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard, that shows Sandy Bay there on the Mood Food replay on how it all came about. It was from a very strong tackle, and that proved to be poor disposal, and she went back and got the goal. So Sandy Bay 4-6-30 leading North Hobart, one behind, and you can see almost early celebration. I think it's the inevitable now, Chelsea, that it is Sandy Bay's victory here on the North Hobart Oval. But we want to see North Hobart. They deserve a goal, don't they, Chelsea?
They deserve a goal. They've been trying really hard, and I can tell they really want a goal.
Yeah, I'm not saying we're barracking, but it would be fair, and I think an equitable if they could get at least that one goal.
One goal.
I agree. So Sarah Lakaseljic, who was playing well at centre half forward, got that ball forward, but North Hobart, they'll never give up. So there is Crazier, who goes out wide looking towards Emma Upton, who I thought has had an absolute stellar game, and the ball will be thrown in on that outer side. So still really great conditions. It's been a beautiful day here at North Hobart Oval. This is the fourth of 5 games, the next game, so I hope you are enjoying this particular game, and there is another game after this one, which is the under 17.5A2 grand final. So It is the 5th one of the day. It's been an absolute joy to be sitting here watching the young ladies ply their trade as North Hobart run out towards the goal, picked up by Sandy Bay as they get it towards Lakaseljic. She goes high, but that particular one has hit the post, and so it will be a North Hobart free kick. They've had plenty of options when it gets to the forward line, Chelsea, hasn't they?
Yeah,
I think
they have.
Lakaseljic has been good, and obviously Parsons with a couple of goals, Layla Kane with that one, and also Badenek's work rate in the ruck, and she has dropped down either at fullback or deep into the offensive area, as well as that ball goes towards the goals, and that is Lakaseljic's goal. And I tell you what, she has really started to shine in this second half as well. So she has kicked that goal, as we'll have a look at that one again on the Mood Food replay. The ball has come out. We can see she's picked that one up from a long way away and barreled that one straight towards the centre of the goal. And Sarah Lakaseljic has put it through for another goal for Sandy Bay, as we check the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard that reads Sandy Bay 5-6-36 to North Hobart 1 behind. So now it was Denecue who was dispossessed, comes further afield. Sandy Bay are putting on a bit of a clinic now as they've got their noses in front. A bit of a give and go, comes back over to Cooper. Cooper goes back inside. Dasha Denecue is there, and I think she has been manhandled before she took possession, so she'll take the free kick. Kick there, but it falls a little bit too short, and a mark is taken there by McDonough. McDonough comes back inside. Denecue drops back, gets that handball out. That's better play from North Hobart as Madison Lamb picks it up. Playing on here, very good evasive skills as it comes over the back. But there, as always, is Fish. She's been a tower of strength across that half-back flank. Comes in wide, ball is spilled, so nipping down towards the 11-minute mark. Sandy Bay still eking out and wanting to continue to apply the pressure, but the ball has gone over the line and it will be a boundary throw in. Even then, Chelsea, when North Hobart had an opportunity to score a goal, it was that half-back flank line that stood tall, wasn't it? And I think it's been someone like, I think it was young Fish.
Playing in front and
Wasn't
getting
she?
the run, like when that ball's up in the air, she's just reading the play well and just running forward onto it.
Very much so. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the best player on the ground. There are a lot of nominees, I would have thought, from both teams, but probably I would have thought because of the polish from Sandy Bay, they might end up. So it'll be fascinating to see how the judges go for. But good to see at the moment, Chelsea, that North Hobart are just not giving the game away. They can't win from here. That's the brutal, honest truth of it. But they're not just giving it away, are they? They are really fighting it to the end.
They're definitely trying hard, not giving up.
So that ball tumbles over, but it only goes as far as Sarah Lakaseljic, who picks that one up and drives the ball forward. Good tackle here by North Hobart. It's not going to come out. And again, it is umpire Donaghy who will throw this ball aloft. He does so. Good tap out by Sandy Bay. It is Parker at the bottom of the pack, just trying to force her way forward. Good work here by Sandy Bay. They're more than happy to almost have this rolling ruck style here, aren't they, Chelsea? Because it just means that North Hobart can't score.
Definitely just hold the ball up as much as they can, keep the stoppages coming.
Stoppages are Sandy Bay's friend. There is no doubt about that, as it is a free kick here to North Hobart. And running really, really quickly off that play is Lamb. Tries to find further afield Freeman. But here backing up again, and Tess McDonough has played a lovely game. Gets it out to Lakaseljic. She is just there, applies good tackle. Well done by North Hobart. Here's their chance. It seems to me, Chelsea, that every time North Hobart have it, when it gets to sort of the wing or their half-forward flank, they need a head count because Sandy Bay just seem to have more numbers there, don't they?
They do at the moment.
They're really running hard to get that one, but here we go. Here's a chance. So I think that's Ella Splan who turns back in. She gets the spread over towards Dreesen. But well done here by Abby Wilcox. Good pressure being applied. But Ava Polly's good enough to go back in. And Bannerman takes that mark. Bannerman being told to play on. Oh, here's a loose player. Unfortunately spills that one, but goes again to Zamity Chick. Look at her, she's been tremendous at the bottom of the pack, but comes out towards Badenak. Badenak gets it out towards the wingish position. Good hands by Sandy Bay. Edwards out towards the wing. Running hard is Madison Lamb. Lamb unfortunately just falls over at the last minute. Fighting hard, Denecue right towards the end. Well played again by Anna Edwards. Quick handball over the top. Here's an opportunity for the Demons. If they can pick this one up, they can't because of the weight of numbers, and really streaming is Laura Cooper. Cooper back inside. Sandy Bay trying to get another goal, but great play here by the Demons. Spills over the top, arching the back one way, then the other is Laura Cooper, the captain. And a tackle there, I think, without the ball in hand. And so the kick will go to Sandy Bay, and this all but could be the last kick of the game. I think this is McHugh who's going to go back, taking her time. Long raking kick, but the siren has gone. I think it's still bouncing, but through for the minor score. So it is all over here at North Hobart Oval, with Sandy Bay running out the victory in the under 17.5 as we check Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard. It is Sandy Bay 5-7-37 to North Hobart 1 behind. For Sandy Bay, goals Parsons 2, Kane 1, Lakaseljic 1 and Badenek 1. So a comprehensive victory in the end by Sandy Bay, but pretty even in general play, Chelsea, but just North Hobart just couldn't quite get it across the line to get any goals today.
Yeah, definitely. It was a bit even throughout the game. North Hobart had their ups and downs throughout, but Sandy Bay was strong and fought all the way to the end and got the win.
They certainly did, and there was a really good team effort for Sandy Bay, wasn't it? There was no real standouts. It was a lot of even play across. So congratulations there to Sandy Bay for a good victory. Also to North Hobart, congratulations on making the grand final. That is something to behold. So we thank Claire Ransom for her comments in the first half. And Chelsea Thomas, thank you so much for joining us here as we hear the Sandy Bay song. We'll now cross down to the presentations, and so it'll be Tony Gibson to present the medals in just a few moments.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your patronage and support of the Cripps STJFL Grand Final Day and the Under-17A1 Girls Grand Final. Congratulations to the Sandy Bay girls on being victorious in their Grand Final and turning the tables on North Hobart. Commiserations to North Hobart. You've done very well getting through to the Grand Final for the year, so well done. I'd like to call on the Umpires Coordinator, Mark Waddington, to announce the umpires to receive their medallions for umpiring in a Grand Final.
Thanks, Tony. Congratulations to both teams on the season you've had. Well done to Sandy Bay and commiserations to North Hobart. Our umpires today who did a fantastic job across the board. Our field umpires, Wayne Walker and Liam Donaghy. Emergency umpire, Mark Holmes. Our boundary umpires, Riley Cashin and Alex Gill. And goal umpires, David Whiteman and Angus McKenna. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mark, and once again, congratulations to the umpires on being appointed to a Grand Final. I'd now like to invite the North Hobart coach, Jim Ransom, to come forward to say a few words.
Thank you. Thanks to Tony and the STJFL and Cripps for putting this day on. It's a great day, and thanks to the umpires today. Really good job. It's hard to umpire a grand final. Well done, Sandy Bay. We knew we were up against it today, and you guys played really well. You should be proud of the season you've had. Pretty dominant all year, so good stuff. And a few of you I know it'd be nice for you guys to get one. Like, it's good, so you kept on going. Like, it's good. Like, good on you. No, good on you for keeping on going and sticking together and getting that flag. Well done, Lib. Our girls, we had a plan. It was as good as we could get, I reckon. It was the best plan we had, and we tried to carry it out. Proud of all of you for sticking to that and trying that throughout the game. As I said, you know, a bit of luck, you get a goal and who knows what happens, but really proud of the way you stuck to your guns for the whole game. Well done. Thanks, girls.
Thanks, Jim, and thanks again to the North Hobart girls. Our best player on the ground medal today goes to Sandy Bay player Victoria Fish.
Okay. Thanks. Firstly, thank you to North Hobart. A lot of us, we've played against you in the grand final the past few years, and every year you come out firing, playing so well, really put it to us. So great job. We did it, finally. Good job, guys. And thank you to the umpires. You guys did a great job. And sponsors, thanks.
Well done, Victoria. We'd now like to invite Sandy Bay coach Libby Johnson to come forward to say a few words and then introduce her players to receive their medallions.
Firstly to the umpires, STJFL and Cripps, yeah, thanks for putting on such a great day. Such a nice time to have a sunny day for once, so that's been really good, and it's been a really good day. Congratulations, North Hobart. You've really come a long way from round one, and it's amazing to see. You put on a really good effort today, and can't thank you guys enough for your season. Along with the other under-17s girls coach, the improvement across the 4 Division 1 teams has been insane, so it's a really good position to be in. Congratulations, girls and Sandy Bay families. I can't thank the families of Sandy Bay for the support I've had. It's been immense this season, and Stuart and those sorts of people. Please. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Ali Badenak. Ava Allenby. Belle Krumick. Olivia Mahue. Liv Sampson. Abby Wilcox. Eloise Underwood. Imogen Nation. Anna Edwards. Olivia Clark. Victoria Fish. Tess McDonoghue. Alice Halliday. Layla Kane. I'm having a mental blank. Matilda. Sorry, Tills. Our little under 15, Ava Parsons. Co-vice captain, Mina McLeod. Co-vice captain, Ava Polly. And captain, Laura Cooper.
And the coach, Libby Johnson. And we'd ask the coach and the captain to come back to receive the Premiership Cup. Our 2021 Cripps STJFL Under 17 A1 Girls Premiers, Sandy Bay Blue.
Hello.
Okay, guys. Can we sing it here? Let's do it.
By Cooper, and it's just missed it. Just to clarify, so the ball goes over, you have to nominate the ruckman, and the umpire actually threw it magnificently in, and because it went over the back, all of a sudden Madison Lamb thought, oh, you beauty, I'll have this and I'll grab it and she'll go. So it's just natural instinct as the ball comes in here. Oh, comes over the back, and I think at the bottom that might be Baderneck. And Baderneck has put that one through. She did a great job roving that one.
One for North Hobart at the moment.
So that kick goes down the line, but Sandy Bay standing tall. It's going to come back inside the 50 yet again. Up they go. It's Bannerman. Taps it out. Goes to get it again. Over the back there is Ava Parsons, who she certainly knows where the goals are. She's got a couple today. Good, strong tackle being applied, and I think the free kick's going to come out to Kane. Lakaseljic has been good, and obviously Parsons with a couple of goals. Layla Kane with that one, and also Badenek's work rate in the ruck and she has dropped down either at fullback or deep into the offensive area, as well as that ball goes towards the goals, and that is Lakaseljic's goal. And I tell you what, she has really started to shine in this second half as well. Can't, because of the weight of numbers, and really streaming is Laura Cooper. Cooper back inside. Sandy Bay trying to get another goal, but great play here by the Demons. Spills over the top, arching the back one way, then the other is Laura Cooper, the captain. And a tackle there, I think, without the ball in hand. And so the kick will go to Sandy Bay, and this all but could be the last kick of the game. I think this is McHugh, who's going to go back, taking her time. Long raking kick, but the siren has gone. I think it's still bouncing, but through for the minor score. So it is all over here at North Hobart Oval, with Sandy Bay running out the victory in the under 17.5 as we check Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard. It is Sandy Bay 5-7-37 to North Hobart, 1 behind. For Sandy Bay, goals: Parsons 2, Kane 1, Lakaseljic 1, and Baden-Neck 1. So a comprehensive victory in the